Alright, so this is my first time using my Canon M200, and I got this camera for, what was it, like here in the US, it's I paid, well, from Walmart, it was like, it's between $4.99 and like $5.49, I think. And I like this camera because I think it's designed for like people that, you know, YouTube and stuff like that. I don't know how similar it is to the M50, but I know when I searched this camera, the M50 did come up. One of the things I like about this camera is it has the flip around screen, so I can see myself while 3-inch screen, so I can see myself while I am video. Y'all probably don't want to hear about that. I'm really not here to talk about all that because this camera came out back in September 2019, so a lot of people probably already know about this camera. That's not really why I'm coming to discuss doing this video. I'm just doing it because I'm just trying to instead of using my phone, I wanted to show y'all the quality that if you look at previous videos, I could do a comparison, but I'm trying to find a camera that I can use instead of using my phone, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money. I had bought a Canon T8i, I believe it was, because you got the T8, the 7, I mean the T7, the T8, but the I is, anytime you see the I after it, it's very different than just the regular, like the T7 or the T8. The I is better, and so I ended up, I think that I had the T8i. Yeah, I think I had the T8i. Can't remember how much that one was. Maybe, shoot, 800 or something like that. I could be wrong, but it's not a bad camera. And with that camera, with the T8i, you do get the flip around lens and everything, but it's a lot bigger than this camera. This camera is mirrorless. I don't think the T8i, it's a DSLR. It's not mirrorless, which I didn't really care about having the mirrorless, but now that I have this one, I kind of see, you know, how it's easier to pack around and stuff. But I think, I don't know, I'm just trying to see which one I like better. The camera that I want, the camera that I'm gonna end up getting, well, it probably won't be for YouTube, but it'll be for, you know, like shooting videos, is the Canon, I was looking at some Canon R series, and the Canon R5C is one of those I was looking at. The only thing I don't like about that camera is it has a, what do you call it, the shutter, it's like the shutter effect when you move and the images are not, they're like kind of like warped, so you have like but anyways, I don't like that. But I mean, when you're paying that much money for a camera, then you would think that stuff like that would be fixed. But I think they came out with a R3, and I don't know if they're coming out with an R1, but it's like with every version they come out with, I think the numbers go down, not up, but with every version they come out with, they're supposed to get better. So they have a RP. The RP is, I can't remember how much it is. I don't recommend getting it, and I'm not saying that because it's a bad camera. It depends on what you're using it for. For somebody that's on a budget, I guess that's fine for the RP. But if for somebody that's looking, like, it depends on what you're doing. For somebody that's doing something like what I'm doing, the RP was not really what I was looking for. It was more of the R. And the R, that is a very good quality camera on a budget. For some people, that's still too much, but if you want high quality and you still don't want to pay a lot of money, how much was that camera? $1,000? but it's definitely worth it. I don't know if it's it might be 1,500. I don't know. I don't want to look up because that's not what I'm here to talk about. But what I'm saying is, me on this camera right now, it has it's not a full frame, but it's one step down from a full frame, which is a APS-C sensor. So you're like this close to a full frame. A lot of professional cameras, I won't say like Hollywood, but like a lot of professional, I don't know about Hollywood, but a lot of professional, Hollywood probably use full frame or higher. But a lot of full frame, I mean a lot of professional cameras, as far as what people use, so you're either gonna have an APS-C lens or something similar, or a full frame. I prefer full frame, but for something like this, and when you're this close up, I'm pretty close up on the camera. When you're this close up on the camera, you have the right lighting. This will do fine if you're not trying to break the bank. I have my, it's probably, this camera does do 4K. It like I said, it is mirrorless. It can go up to 120 frames per second. It has a USB, a SD card, a HDMI. If you want to, I think you connect to a external monitor or something like that. It has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and I know with my T8i that I had, was it Wi-Fi? It was the Wi-Fi, and I could basically connect it to my Wi-Fi, and I could use my phone to activate settings within the camera. So that's pretty cool. So instead of you having to mess with the camera, you can just remotely do everything from your phone, take a picture from your phone. So that way, if you want to, you know, you get all the perfect shots. You can be looking at your phone, putting yourself in focus and all that. So it is a 24, it says on the box 24 megapixel, but then it says TTL. I didn't look that up, but TTL, I don't know if that's total or what, but it says TTL 25.8 megapixel. So I guess that, I don't know if that depends on what settings you have it on or what. Me right now, I have like my image stabilization settings off, because it has image stabilization in the lens, and then also in the camera itself, I believe. And so because I'm in school for this, I know that a lot of those image stabilization settings, they crop the image, so you're gonna get a slightly less quality, but you know, it depends on what you're doing. Because I have it sitting still, I don't really need image stabilization to be on. I can turn that off and get a better quality. I just my first time using this camera, so I believe I turned off all of those settings. I do have autofocus on. Can't remember which one exactly I put. Servo autofocus, but I'm not where I want to be with the frames per second. No, not frames per second. I can't, shutter speed. With my shutter speed, I'm sitting at 1/20th. That's, I should be like higher than that, or is it lower, higher? I should probably be at like 1/60th at least, but because I don't have enough, I do have quite a bit light, but not enough light for the settings that I wanted it on. I'm sitting at 3.5 aperture f-stop, and then I'm sitting at ISO 320. I would typically try to put my ISO down all the way to 100. I tried that, that's where I started, but it was like I don't have enough lighting in here for that, and I can't find my plug for my my key light air, so that probably would have been a little bit brighter, but my plug's in here somewhere. I just didn't feel like looking for it. But you know, I just wanted to hurry up and do this video and let you all just see what y'all thought about the quality compared to how I've been using on my phone. Now I know without even looking at the video that it's gonna be a better quality than my phone, especially because what you got to realize on your phone is a lot of people use the camera on this side, and when you use the camera on this side, it's even smaller sensor than the one that's on this side. Phones already have a crazy small sensor, image sensor. This one is gonna be your main camera, your bigger sensor in it, still small, but this one's gonna be even smaller. And so, and probably, you know, so but most people like to use this camera because they can see themselves. But if you want better results, use this side, and then get yourself like a mirror or something where you can see yourself. You know, you don't have to. I've been using on YouTube mine with this side of the lens, and I just hate the quality. When I use this side, I like the quality better, but I don't like looking at myself in a mirror. So, and then also just how the phone gets filled up with storage so quick. I don't have a lot of storage on my phone, and I had to do something different. And so I have my, believe it or not, it's just something I'm messing around with. I have my sharpness sitting at +7 right now. So I turned my sharpness all the way up. I've never seen my teacher do anything like that. Normally he's turning his sharpness, I believe, all the way down. And it depends on, like I say, it depends on what you're doing. If you're gonna take this footage and edit it, then yeah, I would do what my teacher is doing. But because I knew I wasn't gonna do any editing to this video, I was like, it's gonna be as is. So I went ahead and bumped my sharpness up because I just wanted kind of a crisper image there. And I have my contrast sitting at -2, and then I have my saturation sitting at +1. I just kind of like my colors to kind of pop. And normally, like I say, you do this in the editing room. It's kind of like and the contrast trick, that's something I learned from my teacher. Normally I wouldn't turn down the contrast. I would leave it in the middle, or probably even try to go up a notch. But learning from professionals, and then just looking at the settings because I had turned my saturation up and my sharpness up so high, when I bumped the contrast down 2 notches, it just seemed like it just kind of it compensated for the sharpness and the saturation that I had did, and it kind of came out with kind of a more balanced or clearer image. You know, so and this is, like I say, we already said the image stabilization is in the lens, and the lens came with the camera for that price. I paid, without tax, it was $4.99 for this one. You have the white and the black. For some reason the black one costs more, I guess maybe because it doesn't get dirty or something, I don't know. The black one is like $50 more, I think. I don't know if there's any other differences with it, but I don't think so. I think it's just the color. But I mean, I'll take a white one for $50 less. And so yeah, because I can see how the white would get dirty. But other than that, I would love to get some more lens. I would love to get some prime lenses for this, but I don't even know if, I was trying to look it up, but I don't know if Canon sells prime lenses. This is EFM lens, 15 through 45 millimeter, and the f-stop on it is 3.5 to 6.3, and like I say, it's an IS STM. I can't remember what STM. It might be like standard or something. I know the IS is image stabilization, but it's not it doesn't have autofocus built in into the lens. So my autofocus is, I'm using my autofocus in my camera. not in the lens. And sometimes you don't even want autofocus in the lens because it's motorized, and you're gonna hear the motor make a noise every time it's zzz, zzz. Well, I don't know, all of them don't do it, but I know some of them do. You have STM, then you have I can't remember the other one, but prime lenses, I believe it's prime lenses, are gonna give you a better image quality. So I would prefer the prime lenses, but I don't even know if you can get prime lenses for this one. If I do find one, I'll definitely go buy one if I keep this camera, and I will do another video letting y'all know, see if y'all can notice the difference in the quality. But other than that, I mean, there you have it. I think this, I'm just looking at this in the little 3-inch display, and I can just tell how much clearer the image is compared to like my phone. I mean, like I said, you have a APS-C sensor, and I don't even have my settings at the highest quality that they could go. I haven't tried it in 4K, and I don't have my ISO as down as low as it can go. But other than that, this is the quality you get. Of course, when I go back, because of how my lighting is, I get darker, but it is still focusing on my face, so I can see it focusing on my face. But I mean, I just wanted to show y'all, you know, for that amount of money, you know, for YouTubing, it's not bad. It's not bad. I think I would have liked my Canon T8i if I would have got a prime lens for it. But they don't. It's like you have to buy. You have to wait. You have to order. Well, not if you order off the site, but talking too much. My battery is about to die. But oh yeah, the battery life on this thing, I don't even know. I've been having it sitting on for, I don't know how long I've had it on. So battery life just kind of took a beating, because I was messing with the settings before. So when I started recording this video, it was already only on 2 bars of battery life. Now it's on 1 bar. But I'm in this video before I lose all the footage, and maybe you'll like the M200. Like I say, it's an old camera, came out in 2019. Well, 2020, 2019, in the end of 2019. But just wanted to show y'all that image quality. I didn't even know. I thought this was a new camera. I didn't know it was an old camera, but I mean,